AP coordinators, do you like to party? If so, just hang on a little bit longer. The party of the year is almost here.
That's right. I'll be co-hosting our annual release party of the AP Coordinators Manual Part 2. This year's party will be available on demand starting February 4th, 2025. We'll be highlighting what's new for this year, and here's a secret just between us. We'll also cover a few things that are so new they didn't even make it into the manual.
Don't miss it. You can connect to the video at collegeboard.org/AP Coordinator Experience. Again, that's collegeboard.org/AP Coordinator Experience.
No cover charge for this party. We'll see you then. Coordinated. Episode 260. Give me a break.
Greetings, AP coordinators. Derek and Karli here, Senior Director, AP Coordinator Experience for the AP program and former AP Coordinator.
And I'm Karli Suge, School Counselor and AP Coordinator.
Thanks for joining us. It's Monday, January 27th, 2025. If you are at school right now listening to this, hey, thanks for taking a quick break with us. Breaks just happen to be on top of mind for us as well. And that makes this the place to be to hear all the latest and greatest in the world of AP coordinators.
A break sounds absolutely wonderful. Can I have a longer one? Can I have more than one? Can I have as many as I want? Hey, I'm ready. You're ready. We're all ready for this conversation. Let's get to it. Let's get coordinated.
Good morning, Karli. You sound quite energized.
Good morning. And yes, I am. I'm well rested and ready to go.
Glad to hear it. Hey, let's dive right in. You requested this topic. Please take the lead.
So I wanted to talk about breaks. I want to learn more. I want to learn about all the different types of accommodations that can be approved by College Board SSD for our students. Breaks, breaks, breaks.
Sounds good. And of course, you are correct. There are a few different kinds of breaks.
Right. So let's start with the guidelines that impact most AP students. This is the part that I can say with confidence. Unless approved as an accommodation by College Board, students with disabilities receive breaks of the same number and duration as other students.
Keyword there, approved.
Yes, absolutely.
So here's an important note related to that. Very important, I would say. An accommodation for extra and or extended breaks is a separate accommodation from extended time. A student approved for extended time does not automatically receive extra and or extended breaks. Let's say that again. A student approved for extended time does not automatically receive extra and or extended breaks.
Yes. And more often than not, that's been my experience. Most students with approved accommodations have either extended time or break-related accommodations. Very few, again, in my experience, very few have both. So before we get into all the different types of accommodations for breaks, I have a question.
Let's hear it.
Do students who have these approved accommodations have to use all of their extended or extra break time? Have to, Derek? Have to?
Good question. If a student asks to resume testing sooner, they may do so. That's fine. However, it is important that the proctor does not try to prompt students to end their break early.
Understood. That makes sense. Good to know. All right. So speaking of extended or extra breaks,
I gotcha. Let's go. Let's talk about the four. Yes, there's four different types of break accommodations. Four. When you said, give me a break as the title of this episode, you weren't kidding.
No, I was not. Let's talk about digital exams first.
All right, lots to cover. Deep breath here. Students taking digital exams who are approved for break-related accommodations, they will automatically receive an accommodated version of the exam. And first, we can talk about extra breaks. Students approved for extra breaks will receive a digital exam with an extra 5-minute break applied midway through each section. Next up, let's talk about extended breaks. Students approved for extended breaks will receive a digital exam with twice the time of the regularly scheduled break, and that's applied between Section 1 and Section 2.
And what if...
I think you are reading my mind, Karli. What if a student has both extra and extended breaks? Well, students approved for extra and extended breaks, they will receive a digital exam with twice the time of regularly scheduled and extra breaks, and that will automatically be applied. Now, the last one, save the best for last, breaks as needed. In this case, the student's exam will have a pause feature that they can use to take their breaks. And the pause will be located below the exam timer. Now, a special note here, it is critical that students do not exit the digital exam to take their break. They should only select pause. The clock stops when they select pause. To end their break, the student will click resume testing.
And again, what you just covered, that's all for AP exams in the digital format.
Correct. Digital.
And I assume you were so specific because
we should have a separate conversation about paper exams. We still have a few of them after all.
We do.
So let's get to it. For paper exams, let's talk about extra breaks first. Students with approved accommodations for extra breaks, again, we're talking about paper exams, they should be given 5 minutes between portions of the paper exam that do not already have scheduled breaks. After that, we can talk about extended breaks. So for students with this extended break accommodation, they receive twice the time of the regularly scheduled breaks for their paper exams.
And now we have the combo, the extra and extended package.
Yes, extra and extended breaks. Students with extra and extended breaks receive twice the time of regularly scheduled and extra breaks on their paper exam. And again, the last one, breaks as needed. Students may take a break during any section of the paper exam. Most often, a 10-minute break is sufficient. However, if a student does request additional time, please grant the request within reason. And as a reminder, the break time does not count towards testing time.
Thanks for all that great information, Derek. And speaking of 10 minutes, I think this conversation has been about 10 minutes already. I think per my contract as podcast co-host, I am about due for my extended break. Or maybe it's an extra break. I can't remember what my agent negotiated with you, Derek.
Well, you might not remember because you don't yet have an agent, Karli. Your fame is growing in the world of AP coordinators, though. So who knows? Maybe one day soon. Keep the faith.
I do live kind of close to Hollywood, Derek. It could happen. I'll be ready for my big break. Big break. Get it, Derek? Break.
And everyone, I think that's my cue to take over and take us right into our coordinated podcast call to action. AP coordinators, be sure to check the show notes for links to more information about breaks and other accommodations, and keep your eyes open for an upcoming announcement about an all-new resource related to accommodations. I think you're going to like it. Keeping track of all the break accommodations for both digital and paper AP exams can be a challenge, no doubt. But together, we got this. After all, we are experts at keeping everything, coordinated. AP coordinators, thanks again for joining us. We'll be back again next week to chat about what's going on in February. Yeah, that's right. January is already coming to a close. February is just a blink away.
And for all our support of AP students. Yep, our support. AP coordinators, we are truly good as gold.
Just don't know. I'll say it over and over and over again till I believe it's so. I'm good as gold.
AP coordinators, that sound you hear? Yep, that's your reminder to register for one of the most popular live resources for AP coordinators.
Yes, and this year it's more popular than ever. Hello, digital testing, hybrid digital testing, a full week of late testing, PPRs for AP Computer Science principals. Whew, there's a lot going on.
There is, and let's talk about it. Join us to ask questions or just to listen in to what others are asking and answering.
Chat with a coordinator is what it's all about. These small group Zoom sessions start up again in February and run all the way through the end of April. Register now for your preferred date and time.
Or maybe your preferred dates and times, plural. After all, some coordinators attend more than once.
That's right. Link to register in the show notes.
Or you can go to collegeboard.org/AP Coordinator Experience. Again, that's collegeboard.org/AP Coordinator Experience.
Get ready to chat it up. Get ready for Chat with a Coordinator.